Hey guys, Jesse right here with YouCouldBe.com, and in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I believe a buy and hold strategy is better than a buy and flip strategy. All right guys, so this video was inspired because of a question that I saw on Quora. I'm not sure who asked it. I believe it was asked anonymously, but the person said, why do you hold rentals and not flip? So I'm gonna give you guys my 5 reasons. Reason number 1 on why a good buy and hold strategy is better than a flipping strategy is that a good buy and hold strategy allows you to invest in less expensive properties. So for instance, I paid $9,500 for this property. I paid $12,700 for this property, and this property I paid $17,500. Now all of these properties were rented out. I had leases signed before the rehabs were ever finished. They went like that. I didn't even have to put signs in the yard half the time. But if I were to flip these same properties, then I would not have made nearly as much money off of them, and I would have only made that money once. So that's reason number 1 on why a good buy and hold strategy is better than a flipping strategy. Reason number 2 is that a good buy and hold strategy allows you to save a lot of money on the rehab. For instance, none of my properties have crown molding installed. None of my properties have granite countertops installed. But if I use the same 3 properties that I just showed you, this first one I paid $5,500 to rehab this property. That included interior paint, exterior paint, brand new floors, newly installed HVAC, and I also put a used fridge and a used stove in this house. This property right here, I paid $6,000 to rehab it. All of these properties I did the work myself on, but that included interior paint, exterior paint, new floors, 4 AC units, and a new water heater, fridge, and stove. Now this property I paid $4,500 to rehab myself. I installed 3 new AC units, 3 gas heaters. I did interior paint, exterior paint, a bathroom remodel, and I put brand new appliances in. I never would have been able to get away with that inexpensive of a rehab if I was doing a buy and flip. I would have had to put a lot more money into the house in order to get it ready to sell. Getting a house ready to rent is just so much easier than getting a house ready to flip. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3 is that a good buy and hold strategy can often make you more money than a buy and flip strategy. If we use the same 3 properties for examples, I don't think I would have been able to make more than $20,000 on any one of those properties if I had flipped them. But with a buy and hold strategy, I'm able to make that every couple of years by renting them out. Which brings us really to reason number 4, and that is a buy and hold strategy allows you to build wealth much faster because that wealth snowballs. So at this time, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to pull up a compound interest calculator, and I'm going to give you a little bit of an example here. Okay, this is investor.gov, and what we're going to do is we're just going to create a scenario where let's just say we're going to buy 2 properties, right? We're going to pay $20,000 for each of them, so that's a total investment of $40,000. Now, with my properties, you might not believe this, but I'll prove it to you here in a second. I average a 40% rate of return, a yearly return on my initial investment. So, for instance, the first house I showed you, I paid $9,500 for it. I had another $5,500 in it by the time I was done with the rehab, so that's a total expense of $15,000. I profit $6,000 a year from that house. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to picture a scenario where we buy 2 houses, we pay $40,000 for both of them together, so $20,000 a piece, and the only thing we're going to do is every single time we make money off of either of these houses, every year we buy new houses. So I'm not going to put any additional money in. I'm only going to take the money out that I'm making from my properties, and we are going to do that for 10 years. For 10 years, we're going to take all of the money we make in rent and we're going to use it for nothing else other than to buy more properties and rent them out. All right, now with a 40% rate of return, and we're going to compound it annually, we're going to end up having invested $1.157 million. Okay, now that is in 10 years. That's what you can do if you buy 2 properties for $20,000 a piece. You make that rate of return that I make. I average 40%, actually more than 40% on all of my properties. You will make $1.157 million. And if you never buy another property again, let me show you what you're going to end up with. That is going to be 1.157,018.62. Let's get exact here. That means that if you never buy another property, you just basically live off of your profit. You are going to be making $462,807 a year, or $38,567 a month. And that brings us to reason number 5. A good buy and hold strategy allows you to get a lot more for a lot less. You put in a little effort up front and then you make money every single year for the rest of your life, or until you decide to sell your properties. All right, guys, so those are my 5 reasons why I believe that a buy and hold strategy is much better than a buy and flip strategy. But I want to know what you think. So please leave me a comment below this video. And if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions about this type of investing, then ask me a question in the comments and I'd be happy to make a video to answer your question. I'm Jesse Wright with YouCouldBe.com, and I will see you guys in the next video.